they've been using the term Selma envy to describe a lot of these students, right? They're just so desperate to be part of something that matters, and they missed that particular movement. And so now they're finding something else and falsely trying to compare themselves to people who actually did suffer and did endure a lot in order to change this country by claiming they're on a hunger strike when really they're ordering sushi to their George Soros funded tent, by claiming, woe is me while they're sneaking off for a little salsa dancing, by, as Ilhan Omar's daughter who went to Barnard, she goes there now, was suspended in connection with one of these protests, calling herself now homeless because she got suspended temporarily, and saying she was the victim of a chemical weapons attack, Heather, because one of the students sprayed a gas, meaning fart spray, on campus that is non-toxic. It says so on the bottle. And she, without mentioning that's what happened, just goes on MSNBC and says, I was the victim of a chemical weapons attack. Sure you were, Isra, whatever her name is.
I mean, we're basically putting a target on our backs and saying, come and invade. I mean, this is such a decadent society. We do not have martial virtues anymore. I wish I could send these people into combat. Obviously, nobody wants to be at war, but these are people who are living a fiction and are completely soft. We have lost any sense of realism and martial virtues. It is completely pathetic, but it all comes to, I remember in the 1990s, you would have faculty writing op-eds in the New York Times saying, oh, where's the student protest? No, you know what? Here's the only thing you're obliged to do and should do on a college campus is learn. Shut up and learn some history. Shut up and learn some chemistry. Shut up and learn some literature. Listen to Mozart, listen to Brahms, listen to Chopin, study Tiepolo, study John Milton, study the periodic table. You have 4 years to confront and absorb the greatness of people who went before you, who make you look like pygmies. You should really not be heard. We don't care what you think. Conservatives make the mistake of saying, oh, well, college is all about debate and free speech and critical thinking. Yeah, I'm a little less enamored of that concept. What it should be really about is cramming as much knowledge into the empty noggins of these pathetic crybabies as is possible in 4 years. And then if you want to go out after college and debate whether Trump is a fascist or how many sex organs we should lop off of adolescents today, that's fine. But right now, you should be devoted to one thing, and that is overcoming your embarrassing ignorance about the world and your place in it.
That is so well said. I've got to play this soundbite. I'm going to front it by telling you I don't know exactly how he got it or whether he was there, but Rudy Giuliani posted it on X of a student and her friend who were at the NYU protest. And listen to this exchange, Heather.
And what would you say is the main goal with tonight's protest?
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU is doing.
Is there something that NYU is doing?
I really don't know. I'm pretty sure they're... Do you know what NYU is doing?
About what?
About Israel. Why are we protesting here?
Palestine will be free!
I wish I was more educated.
I'm not either.
Oh. Yes, we all wish that.
Columbia. I was there up at Columbia and we came down. They said NYU students needed our support. So I came down. I heard there's lots of cops. Some people were saying it was getting dangerous.
Heather?
It is so ridiculous. Again, it is coded. They're doing this because they're in a college campus and time is running out. The school year's ending. What will they do when they don't have the bureaucrats to go around handing them out little cookies and saying, well, we're going to negotiate. You can pretend like you're hostages and we're negotiating with you and you're in danger. They'll be thrown out into the real world and there'll be nobody to negotiate with. Now they've got this bunting. They're like little babies swaddled by all of the DEI bureaucrats and the student services bureaucrats and the vice presidents of first gen students. And it's a marvelous, they are codependent addicts. They're addicted to melodrama and to fiction because they are living in fictional worlds. They are not oppressed in America. They have more freedom than has ever been experienced in all of human history. And yet they live in a world that perversely celebrates victimhood. By self-acclamation, they know nothing. Let's give them a map with all of the countries' names wiped out, and let's see if they can even find Gaza on a map, much less Jordan, the Golan Heights, Syria, Iran. Cannot do it. This is completely as much of a social contagion as the trans thing is. It is adolescents striving to have power over adults, which is what every adult craves, whether it's claiming that you've been misgendered and so you can crush an adult under your thumb, or claiming that you are in solidarity with Palestine and therefore are yourself somehow a victim. It gives adolescents power, and that's what they crave. And
I'd be impressed if that young woman can find her way back to Colombia. I'm not sure she's going to be able to do it, given her knowledge base there. Why are we here again? I wish I were better educated. We all do, sweetheart. By the way, that Isra Omar is the Jussie Smollett of the Colombia protests. She's a faker. She was not attacked by a chemical weapon. She is not homeless. She is somebody who is looking for fake victimhood like so many her young age are. Have you seen the garbage they are pushing in some public schools? Leftist propaganda, gender bending, race baiting, DEI indoctrination. What happened to real education? Parents, listen up. Many teachers are coming from leftist universities where they're taught by Marxist professors who want to indoctrinate our children. But I want to tell you about Freedom Project Academy, or FPA. FPA offers online learning with live, on-demand, and homeschool courses for students K through 12. Freedom Project Academy was built on Judeo-Christian values and classical curriculum. Students read full books, write in cursive, study the full scope of history, the way it used to be. Right now, save 10% on tuition when you enroll at freedomforschool.com. That's freedomforschool.com. When you're there, you can check out their fully accredited courses, teachers, and request a free information packet. We can't afford to hand over another generation to the left. Take back your child's education at Freedom Project Academy, freedomforschool.com. That's freedomforschool.com. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.